Good Monday morning, everybody, and happy New Year. I hope everybody enjoyed their holidays, including Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, however you celebrated. I hope you enjoyed every nanosecond. I know I did. I had a great, comfortable, relaxing time for Christmas and New Year's. It was just all really good. So I have a little story I want to share. Something that happened to me during the holidays. Before they even began, I made a commitment to myself that I wasn't going to let any experiences, no matter what the experience was, cause me to emotionally spiral, or get upset, or any of that, any of those feelings, because I have had holidays where I really struggled, and I aimed not to do that this holiday season, and I meant it. So I made a commitment to myself, and barring any, tremendous tragedy, I'm talking about the day-to-day complications, those experiences that may or may not, I don't know about you, but the things that would normally get under my skin or cause me to react in a negative light, or concern myself with other people's whatever they're going through, which would make me kind of sort of upset my energy and get me out of my center. So I decided I was not going to do that, and I meant it, and I made that commitment to myself. And I am telling you that I am happy to report that I almost made it through totally unscathed, with the exception of this story. But after it happened, as I thought about it, I said, oh my God, this is such a great analogy to use, to share with everyone that listens to in the meantime. Maybe you can apply this to your life. And if you don't, and it doesn't resonate, as always, just throw it out the window. No problem, right? So anyway, during the holidays, oh, by the way, first of all, my son was here, and he met my beau for the first time, and it was so comfortable. It was so nice. The three of us it was really nice. It was very nice. So I'm just so happy about that, first of all. But anyway, I was getting ready because we were going to go visit my girlfriend, Carol. Hey, Fawn, what's happening? We had a wonderful time, and I will be back. I just got an email from George the other day, and with that, I'll definitely be back, and hopefully this time with my beau. But anyway, I was getting ready to go visit her, and I was in the kitchen cooking my healthy meals for the week, because I knew when I came back I wasn't going to feel up to doing it. So I'm chopping and pressing garlic. And then here's a little tip for those of you who like to cook. The proper way to use garlic is to chop it, press it, and let it rest, or however. You don't have to do both, but you either press it or chop it. You let it rest for 15 minutes. Why? Because it activates the allicin in it, and the allicin is that fabulous aroma. And it's also the chemical that you need for healing internally. So that's why you want to let it rest. And if you don't, you're not really getting the full benefit of garlic. And I'm a garlic lover. So I was chopping away, listening to Christmas music, humming along, All of a sudden, I got this sting in my upper right ab. And I said, ouch, what's that? And I touched that area. There was nothing there. And then all of a sudden, I look down and I see this very lethargic wasp. Now, I live in the country, so when the weather flips and we have like a day or two of warmth, one of them always gets in the house somehow through a vent. I don't know. However, they crack or something. Anyway, it's like walking like it's drunk on my counter right near the sink. So I immediately, of course, I got rid of it, threw it away. And then I went and got my Black Jamaican castor oil. And oh, by the way, it's wonderful for bites and all these things. It has a lot of properties. So I massage it in, and it was stinging, it was hurting, and it immediately took the sting away, kept the inflammation intact and the swelling down. Why do I share this? Because if this was a year ago, year and a half ago, I would have been at my wit's end and said, oh no, I can't go see Carol. This hurts and I'm swollen and blah, blah, blah. But I didn't do that, which for me is a huge, huge, tremendous sign of growth, right? Because I'm going to ignore this. I've taken care of it. And, it was a little uncomfortable for the next day or so, but it wasn't anywhere near what it would have been if I had given my power and my energy and focus to it, in other words, okay? And so this is the way it is in life. When the stings and the obstacles and the challenges come, they're there for a reason. They're there as lessons. They're there to strengthen your resolve about whatever. And depending on how you respond to it, are you going to, if you get a sting or you have a problem, or you have an obstacle, are you going to let yourself just fall apart and stop you from living? Or are you going to deal with it? I mean, of course there are those tragedies or those moments and times, and Lord knows I have experienced many of them, that you have to deal with on a whole different level. I am referring to those day-to-day interruptions, those day-to-day annoyances, like getting stung or somebody trying to, pull you into their maze, Do you ever have somebody that has a problem and, you try to give them advice and they come back with the same problem for the same advice? I mean, come on. I mean, stuff like that, okay? So, you just want to steer clear. And I say this all the time, protect your energy. If you don't know how to do that, meditate. I'm a heavy meditator, or journal, or do whatever it is that you need to do to protect yourself and to protect your energy. Just don't give it away. So anyway, I proceeded, I went, we had a wonderful time. Oh my God, it was just great. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm an energy person and I'm a light worker, but when I was up there, I felt really great. The energy is so much higher than it is here. And I'm not saying that to be fun. I'm serious. Maybe because it's up in the mountains. I don't know. But it felt so good. So I'm looking forward to going back in the warmer weather and spending more time with my friend. But getting back to this whole idea of reacting and responding to your stings, it also has a lot to do with what you're putting into your mind, your brain. If you deposit negative things, if you deposit happy things, if you deposit all of the things that are going to strengthen you, then that's what you're going to get back. But if it's negativity, if it's you surround yourself with people who are always complaining or whatever, and you put that in your mind, that's what you're going to get back. It's like planting a garden. What kind of seeds are you going to put in the ground? Do you understand? Because you want your flowers to grow up colorful, strong, and beautiful. Then you got to put what's necessary in order for that to happen. And I'm telling you this from raw experience. If I had let that stinger stop me and I fell apart, oh, woe is me, and I can't do this. No, I wouldn't be strong enough when the bigger storm comes along. You understand? So don't let those little stings and complications and obstacles stop you in your tracks. Let them be a lesson. Flip that energy, transmute it and turn it into what you can use to strengthen yourself instead of weakening your resolve. It's hard. It does take time because, believe me, it has taken me all of this time right up to this very moment in my life to be as strong as I am. But is it worth it? Absolutely. Absolutely. Disappointments are going to come and go no matter what. But they're there for a reason, for you to learn. We are all moving and shaking and, going in this direction and going in that direction. There's nothing wrong with that. People are in your life for a reason and a season. And when it's time to release, you've got to learn how to release. Some people are going to stay there forever. Some people are going to be there for a time, and then they're going to leave your presence, and you have to release to make room for what God has in store for you, to bless you even more, even bigger, even better. You understand? So it's all relative, and it all works out so beautifully in the end if we just surrender and just say, okay, I see, I've learned, and now it's time to go. When you learn your lesson, you always get to pass go. You don't learn your lesson, you're going to stay right there until you do. I hope this makes sense. And I hope it resonates with someone out there. And again, if it doesn't, then throw it out the window. But even if it doesn't, I promise you, I wish each and every one of you a wonderful, happy, peace-filled new year as you journey through. I typically at this time, I hibernate, I hermit, but I've been listen to me. I've been hermiting and hibernating quite a bit through 23, and now at the end of 20, I was ready to rock. I'm telling you, in the last few days, I've been cutting and designing. Ooh, wait till you see what I'm doing. I'm going to start posting shortly. Today it's beautiful and sunny. I'm going to go outdoors, shoot these pieces. So I'm very, very excited. So things change, you shift. I used to hermit from January through the end of February. I'm not hermiting. No, I'm going to have a blast. I'm going to create and cut and live my life, with so much joy and peace. And in part, it's because I've done the hard work so far that I know of that I have to do. Is there more to come? Absolutely. But I'm ready for that. So again, I wish everybody a happy, healthy, and peace-filled new year. And I will see you next time. And in the meantime, and until then, be inspired. Bye-bye for now, everybody.